Hello, everyone. I'm Thomas Watson, enterprise trucking carrier expert here at FreightWaves. Super excited to be talking about today delivering beyond expectations, how Werner is building custom solutions supporting America's transportation needs. And very excited to be welcoming on our guest to talk about it. It's Craig Callahan, Executive Vice President and Chief Commercial Officer at Werner. Craig, super excited to be talking to you as well. There's a lot going on in the supply chain, especially with everything moving forward, but talk to us a little bit about not only what shippers, but what type of shipper Werner is looking at when you're looking to make these big decisions.
Hey, good morning, Thomas. It's a pleasure to join you. Thanks for having us on. Client selection is an extremely important component of any enterprise, and it's a big part of my job. We tend to target large, successful organizations. Small, successful organizations work too. We are a company that is made up of a portfolio of services, and they're really designed to kind of meet the client where they are at. Whether it's the priority is, service, or whether the priority is price, or somewhere in between. We want to make sure that we can solve those problems for customers. The most important thing for us is that it's a winning client. It's somebody that is having success, that is growing share, that has aspirations of continuing to grow market within their vertical. Those are the types of companies that we want to grow with, because we're a growing organization as well. And that we think that puts us in the best position to be able to build on our future with them.
And looking at that, it's such a great topic. You want to grow with the client as they're moving forward. Is there anything in particular, anything that stands out that's just a big green flag that shows this is the right kind of partnership, that when you're looking into that, any specifics, or is it more package related?
We're a large portfolio company, and so like I mentioned, we want to meet the clients where they are at. However, the more complex, the better, is how I would phrase it. I think that, we really want to solve difficult problems for customers. There's less competition there. There's an opportunity to create a larger return on our clients' investment if we can solve those complex problems. And so, multinational clients are really good targets for us. Companies that are buying various products across the supply chain in the transportation industry are really good clients for us. Companies that are continuing to diversify, both in their product base as well as in the geographies they serve, really plays into our strengths as well. And then I would just think from a modal perspective, again, we've built our enterprise to be able to solve a myriad of customer issues and help them with complexities in the supply chain. So being able to, whether it's the first mile or the final mile, I think that's the opportunity for us to be able to provide the most value.
And digging into that multimodal solutions, what typically goes into a Werner Solutions package? And is there something that you've noticed lately shippers are requesting more of for certain solutions than others?
Well, I do think that, the industry has been changing and it's been evolving the last couple of years. We had, the industry really blew up during COVID, where our industry found itself kind of over-demanded and undersupplied. Lots of work from home led to a significant amount of consumption of goods that put a lot of pressure and strain on the supply chain. Since then, things have begun to normalize. And then correspondingly with what's going on in the broader economy, we've seen that the transportation industry has begun to slow. And that's put a significant amount of pressure on supply. We see that with the third-party carriers that we hire, as well as what our interactions that we're having with our clients. And so that's certainly, we have to factor that in when we're building solutions for our clients. Ideally, they'd like to be able to buy more products from less suppliers and do so, with an economic advantage. That's easier said than done. But generally, when we're going to market to a client, we're trying to solve problems for them across the modal universe. So whether it's riding on a train, or whether it's riding on a truck, whether it's riding on a 53-foot truck, or maybe it's riding on a straight truck that's via home delivery, and anywhere in between, those are the problems that we're trying to solve, and that's how we go to market with our clients. We've certainly seen some changes with regards to how our customers and their behavior is motivated. One of the topics that continues to, I think, grow in momentum is the topic of sustainability. and sustainability is bigger and broader than just the historical profile. I think for our specific industry, it really means, what are we doing? We burn fossil fuels for a living. That's what a transportation organization does, either through our own equipment or through those that we hire. And so it is incumbent upon us to be able to do that in a very environmental, or at least the most environmental friendly way that we can. And our customers are asking us, and in many cases requiring us to do that. And so we're continuing to invest in, technology to be able to capture and score and share what our emissions are. And then even more so, we're spending hundreds of millions of dollars every year to make sure that our fleet is as new and modern as possible. And that's the biggest impact we can have on our environmental footprint, is just to run late model equipment, because it will be more fuel efficient, its uptime is greater, it's more productive and more efficient in its life cycle. And our clients and us, we win in that regard.
And kind of diving into experiences as well. Werner's been around for a few decades. It is one of the largest carriers in North America. Talk a little bit about how not only that experience helps when helping shippers, but also that experience is in terms of, expanding your portfolios and offering. Let's dive into that.
We're approaching our 70-year anniversary here in a couple of years. And so this is a company that was founded by, Mr. C.L. Werner back in 1956. It's the American dream, right? When he sold his car so that he could purchase a truck. And nearly 70 years later, it's a 8,500 truck company approaching $3 billion in revenue. It's just a really cool story. Now, along that journey, of course, this company has had to continue to evolve because the transportation landscape has continued to change as our economy has continued to grow and become more complex. As we sit here today, our network is built to serve freight of various temperature classes across multiple modes and then across all three countries in North America. And that, again, has evolved over the course of time. We're moving freight both on the road and via the rail. Most of our customers require us and have those product offerings that they're purchasing. And so it's an opportunity for us to solve those for them. And we're also embarking on our 25-year anniversary in the country of Mexico. And so it's a super exciting journey for us, and it's a major milestone, and it's a thriving part of our portfolio, and is going to continue to be more demanded as that part of our business and the transportation business grows going forward.
And that kind of ties into the outlook moving forward. You did mention as well, not only friendshoring, nearshoring, technology, customer expectations. There's a lot of stuff to look at. What is top of mind? What's on the radar coming across the wire that you all are looking at? And what should folks be aware of as we're moving into the year?
Yeah, I think the digitization of supply chain is in full force. And we are certainly investing a significant amount of time, energy, and money in technology here at Werner Enterprises. Inward facing, it's a very good investment for us. It allows us to meet the newer drivers that are coming into this industry that want to interface with us more through technology and maybe less through face-to-face. That's fine. We want to be able to create platforms that we can meet them at. The third-party carriers that we're providing, they want a more less frictional experience. In other words, not friction as in, back and forth animosity, but friction as in really easy, no different than you and I like when we're doing something online and we're creating a platform that allows us to do that. We are, on a multi-year journey on a TMS integration here called Werner Edge. And that technology, when it's done, is going to span across our portfolio. It's going to be able to allow us to meet with the capacity offerings that we have and the clients we serve on one platform in a systemic way that has yet to be developed in our industry. This isn't something that you can go buy off the shelf. This is a multi-year journey, and we think the destination is super exciting. And we're well on our way towards being able to, solve those problems for clients and create a better experience for our associates.
Well, it's definitely exciting.
And I think another.
Yeah.
It's super exciting, Thomas. I mean, obviously it's arduous and it's hard and it's time consuming and it's expensive, but most investments are, and so that has to be our true north. Our true north has to be this is a historic moment for our organization to really push itself forward and to be able to solve more complex issues in a more efficient manner for our customers, and to do so in a friendlier way for our associates to allow them to be more efficient. And so we're very excited about it.
Well, I'm hyped to see as not only it develops, but the offerings are as they're moving forward. It's really cool stuff, especially nowadays. The technology and all the deployment. For folks who are interested in learning more about that, or if shippers, carriers want to contact you and find out information, what's the best way to get that?
Best source of information would just be our company website, www.werner.com.
Craig, really appreciate your time. A lot of stuff to look forward to as well. Excellent as always. Thank you so much.